Welcome to week 6. Valentine's Day is over. Papers are coming in and going out. Woo! Hey everybody, welcome to week 6. The big thing that happened today is that I finished everybody's gradings on pretty much everything so we could get the starfish report done. For those of you who don't know, each semester they make us do a couple times a semester. This is how you're doing updates for the class, and they go into the system. In this class, since I use my grades, you always have the ability to see where exactly you stand, but I think this goes to the success coaches and everything, so the university can get its whole weight of resources behind making you pass. So I had to get all the grading caught up, and that means I've got a few grading notes for you to start off with. First off, please make sure you're following all directions to the assignment. This morning I graded the Zerin piece, the one on branding, and I graded the peer review session for the profile essay. And in the Zerin piece, 4 of you lost points because you didn't respond to everybody or got your posts in late or something like that. For the peer review session, 5 people didn't follow the directions and therefore lost points. These things add up, and I want to see you succeed in this class. I want everybody to do really good, but it's imperative on you that you look at the directions. They're there for a real purpose. Particularly when it comes to the discussions in the peer review sessions, it's important that you know what's going on because these are time sensitive, which means they cannot be made up. I'm happy to help you on other things. These you need to get right, please. And I say that because I care. The other thing that happened is early this week I got the narrative essays graded. I try to get about a week turnaround on these things, and I wish I could have gotten them back to you sooner, but we also had papers in all my other 3 classes due too, and sometimes that just happens, which is why a week is a good average on those things. For the narrative essay, there were a couple things that I saw. By and large, they were pretty good, and they showed a whole lot of really nice work from everybody. But specific is the main point. You got to get specific in terms of your subject. You got to get specific in terms of your claim. And this is one of the reasons why I brought in this assignment is because I wanted you to think about one specific incident from school and how that one incident has impacted you in specific ways. The sooner we get in that subjects of analysis have to be specific, that arguments have to be specific, the better off we're going to be. Now, specific is really key here, but it's clear that it's key in that it needs to be the specific, explicit argument, which means I'm going to look a lot at thesis statements and topic sentences, because academic writing is argument-centric, and where you explicitly state that argument gets to be very important. You have to follow these conventions. One time I had a paper that I submitted for publication, and I wasn't clear enough as to what the thesis was. And I got a rejection because we don't know what the thesis is. Or, no, they didn't say they didn't know what the thesis is. They thought something else was the thesis and didn't think it worked. So I revised it and so my explicit thesis was clearly the thesis, and then it got published. We read or argument, which means that thesis statement and topic sentence need to be clear and obvious, as well as being specific. Now, we've talked about this before. If you remember way back to week 1, we had a video, What Makes a Good Essay. Remember those days? That video is actually filmed at the beginning of the pandemic when I'm first doing videos for my classes, which is why the lighting is horrible in there. It's not great now, but it's better than it was, and I have much better microphone and everything else. You don't care. But we also go over it again in a video we have for this week, Back to Basics. It's stuff that I always need to keep coming back for my students. You got to get it clear. You got to get it listed. You got to get specific. I should be able to do a read-through of just your thesis statement and topic sentences and have your argument down pat. So with the narrative essay, those were the things I saw a lot of. I saw a lot of good writing and I saw a lot of good arguments, but it was stuff that I had to hunt. Where is it? Where's that thesis? And I don't need to do that. Keep in mind in this class, we have a revision policy. It's spelled out in the major assignment sheet. All you need to do is contact me and set up an appointment, and then you need to tell me what you plan to fix in the paper, and I'm happy to answer any questions. And then once you do that, you can revise your paper, and you can keep doing that over and over until you're happy with the grade you get. We have a deadline, I believe that's the end of week 13. It's in the syllabus, so you should probably look at that. But I want to get your papers as good as they possibly can get. Now, in terms of this week, the profile essay is done. It gets turned in on Friday, so use all this stuff I'm talking about in terms of thesis and topic sentences and get the profile as specific as you can in those explicit argument places. We've got a lot of videos available for you to watch this week, and we have a discussion on Mike Keneally's Mind Machines. This is one that, if you think about it, your mind might hurt a little bit, but it's a good hurt. We have the Writing Skills Builder narrative, too. These are always fun, and a lot of students get into it and do really good stuff, and I hope you do, too. You're going to get a lot more out of it if you put a little bit of effort in. Remember, if I get one paragraph narratives, I'm not going to put them up to vote. I'm not going to put up ones that give me much stuff. So put a little bit into it. And then we have a sample student essay. Animal rights is a sample student essay where you can't really think about it from, is this a good essay? It's not. It's two essays nailed together. It's an essay that is valuable to us because it's a great example of how you can take something that's a jumbled mess, straighten it out, and make that paper really good by revising. And we'll talk more about it next week, but that revising largely entails of getting it specific. See, we all tie back and forth together. And I think that's all I got for now. If you need to get a hold of me, please get a hold of me via Remind. I hope you all have a very great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.